The memorial service was graced by diplomats from various countries, the corporate sector and the political class, including the ODM leader Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka, Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, among others.
We have reason to celebrate Chris as one of our main captains of industry, but yet not a die-hard capitalist. In fact, is what I would call a cause capitalist, a social capitalist.
For the 5 years that I read the budget of this country as Minister for Finance, one of the key people that you would have to seek advice from so that you know whether you are getting it right or not was Chris Kirubi. He would always be there to advise so that the policies and the direction you take would make sense to business and to the country and to the economy.
Andrew, your children.
Deputy President William Ruto's wife, Rachel Ruto, was also present. Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga remembered Kirubi's contribution in forging the country's unity. He said that Kirubi advocated for peace between himself and former President Mwai Kibaki at a time when there was political tension in the country.
There was now this issue of how do we form the Grand Coalition government? How do you share the portfolios within the Grand Coalition government? There was a stalemate, almost a breakdown. And the two people who came to approach me to agree to a compromise, one of them was Chris Kirubi. Another one I will not mention here. But Chris came and passionately pleaded with me to agree at least to have a dialogue with Kibaki at that time. He was so passionate, and because of the old time's sake, I said, I'm ready.
The Centum shareholder has been eulogized as a philanthropist who never hesitated to give back to the community.
And we had a dinner here in the church to raise funds for that prayer meeting in Uhuru Park. And I remember when I stood to speak, the late Chris Kirubi asked me how much money we needed for the event in Uhuru Park. And when I gave him the figure, he said that he was going to pay the entire amount and that now dinner should be served. Chris was a giver.
Chris Kirubi's family reminisces on the precious time they spent with him. His only son, Robert Kirubi, praised his father as a man who loved and protected his family in all ways.
He gave me all the tools I needed in life. He supported every journey of my life and each milestone. He was the only father figure I ever knew.
I just wanted to say how grateful I am that I had someone in my life who constantly inspired and encouraged me to be great and show me what greatness is.
Staff from his various companies, including Capital FM and HACO, celebrated him as a leader that positively pushed his staff to achieve the peak of their goals.
Dr. Chris Kirubi was not only our chairman, but he was a fellow staff member because he had a DJ show in the morning that was very popular in Kenya. Dr. DJ CK, as is popularly known among our listeners and fans, he was passionate about his radio station. He was a down-to-earth man who mingled with everyone. To an extent, we associated him with more of a co-worker than a chairman and a co-owner.
We are comforted by the fact that he ran a good race and that his legacy and his works will continue to impact many generations to come. At Bayer, Dr. Kirubi has left an indelible mark and fond memory that we'll always cherish.
Kirubi's final send-off is set for tomorrow in his Thika village home, where senior political leaders and international diplomats are expected to attend. Mombi Wambogo, K24